TikTok has illegally tracked the data of Android users. We'll talk about it in today's episode of Digital Explained.
Hi, I'm Vincenzo Tiani, and this is Digital Explained, the English version of Il Digitale Spiegato, a podcast to understand what tomorrow's society will be like. TikTok's days are not easy days. The stopwatch has been running fast since President Trump imposed an executive order that no American company can do business with the Chinese app from mid-September. Since this would mean for Google and Apple to remove it from their app stores, the only solution is to sell TikTok to an American company, probably Microsoft, even if recently Twitter and Netflix also seemed interested. The accusation that sustains the executive order is the fear that the data of millions of Americans are not safe and that Beijing uses the app as a Trojan horse to spy on them. Although direct interference by the Chinese government has not been proven yet, according to the Wall Street Journal, until November, the app owned by ByteDance would have had access to the MAC addresses of its Android users. These addresses are unique codes for each device and cannot be changed. Unlike cookies, in fact, it is not possible to delete or deny permission, and that's why they are very attractive for advertisers. TikTok would have done it exploiting a vulnerability of Android and without revealing it to Google. Access to MAC addresses was banned by Apple as early as 2013, while Google did the same only 2 years later. However, although Mountain View also explicitly prohibits it in its policies for developers, according to a search by App Census, there are still 1% of Android apps that would violate this policy. TikTok only commented that the app doesn't currently collect MAC addresses and it's constantly working to update security flows. However, what is suspicious is the unusual fact that the data collected about users, including the MAC address, have a second layer of encryption. TikTok could have chosen this way to hide from Google and Apple what data it collects about its users, since according to Nathan Good, researcher of the International Digital Accountability Council, that additional level of encryption is not necessary for privacy protection. It's not the first time that TikTok is caught with these hands in the cookie jar. In June, in fact, when Apple released the first beta version of iOS 14 for developers, some of them noticed something strange. iOS 14 allows iPhone owners to find out when another application has access to their data. In a video posted on Twitter, you can see how the iOS informs that TikTok is pasting everything users write on Instagram, its main competitor. The company defended itself by saying it was an anti-spam measure and that it would remove it. But monitoring what the users do is not only TikTok's practice. Although Facebook now tends to point out the danger of apps that do not share American values, as Zuckerberg did at the recent hearing in Congress, Menlo Park is no stranger to such practices. 2 years ago, Apple was forced to ban the Onavo Protect app, which apparently offered a VPN service to surf safely away from prying eyes. Too bad that the app bought by Facebook was the Trojan horse used to understand which app users were using the most, and eventually led to the acquisition of WhatsApp. This shows how a total lack of respect for privacy has a direct effect not only on citizens whose privacy has been violated, but also on competitors. If tech giants obtain insider information to improve their algorithm or to figure out which app will become the next big thing, this has a huge impact on the competition. The result is that the big tech companies are becoming more and more a gatekeeper because they have the strength to block the growth of other apps, as complained by the American Congress. I'm Vincenzo Tiani, and this was the Digital Explained. If you want more news about digital issues, follow me on Twitter and LinkedIn at Vincenzo Tiani. In the description of the episode, you will find my contacts and links to sources on today's topic. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.